I'm Jimmy Lewis with Dirt Rider Magazine. Today we're out testing the 2011 Husky TE310. This is an all-new bike for Husky, and it's all new because what they've done is they've taken their light, smaller 250 motor, they've made it a 310. It gets fuel injected. It has a bigger fuel tank than the older 310, and one of the biggest things is now it's 11 pounds lighter. It's a claimed 11 pounds lighter than last year's bike. So this is a kind of bike that they're trying to compete for that mid-sized off-road market, because everybody knows 250Fs are way too small. You have to fight them all the time with the revving them, and they don't have any torque, and 450s are generally too big. So they've got this mid-sized bike that kind of fits in this pocket of where a lot of guys are really looking to be riding off-road. Okay, Husqvarna sells this bike as a dual sport bike, which is pretty cool because that way you're getting a license plate. It allows you to ride a lot of places where these trails, now they're starting to segment trails, and you have to be street legal to be riding on a lot of these dirt roads in between trails. This bike has a 6-speed transmission, which gives it a lot of range. First gear is nice and low. We haven't really got it wide open in 6 yet, but I'm sure it goes plenty fast. The clutch is a hydraulic clutch, so it's smooth, and you're going to need some good clutch work on this bike because being a smaller motor, it is pretty easy to stall, especially if you're coming off of a bike that you used to having a big chuggy torque. It doesn't have a whole lot of flywheel weight going around in there, and that's some of the changes that go into that smaller, lighter motor is going to have on the bike. The brakes, they're good brakes. The components on the Husky have been coming up and getting better each year, and the bike, it feels like you're riding a tight package. I mean, the thing feels like it's put together really good, and it's a solid all-around ride. As you'd expect, the suspension on this bike is softer than you find on a competition bike. It feels like it uses the stroke and it blows through the stroke. Not in a bad way for more tighter conditions, but out here in the West and some of the hoop-de-doos, it's using a lot. For sure, we haven't had enough time to play with the clickers and stuff yet, and I know that I want to actually dial in a little more spring preload. At 200 pounds, I'm feeling like I might be just a little bit heavy on this bike for the way it's set up, but we're going to play with it a little bit more. And speaking of that, if you want to see the full test of this bike, you'll have to take a look at the pages of Dirt Rider Magazine, and we'll see you out on the trail.